Start your morning with love and watch your whole day shift in ways you never thought possible. My dear, before anything else, before the rush, before the noise, before the expectations of the world begin to press against your mind, I want you to pause with me for just a moment. Take a slow, gentle breath in and let it go. Yes, just like that. There is nothing you need to do right now, nothing you need to fix, no one you need to become in this very moment. Just be here with me, because I know something about you, something you may not always admit, even to yourself. There are mornings when you wake up already tired, not just physically, but emotionally. Mornings where your first thoughts are heavy, where your mind immediately begins replaying worries, unfinished tasks, unanswered questions. And before your feet even touch the ground, your heart is already carrying weight. Have you felt that? That quiet pressure, that invisible tension, like the day has already started without your permission? My dear, that is exactly why this moment matters so much. Because the way you begin your morning is not just a routine, it is a signal. It is a message you send to your mind, to your body, to your entire being about what kind of day you are willing to receive. And most people, they don't realize this. They think their day happens to them. They believe life just unfolds randomly, that their mood is a reaction, that their experience is something they must chase or survive. But sweetheart, what if I told you something very gentle yet very powerful? What if your day is not something you chase, but something you allow? Take a breath with me again, slowly, softly. You see, when you wake up and immediately step into stress, into urgency, into pressure, you are unknowingly planting a seed, and that seed begins to grow quietly throughout your day. It shows up in small frustrations, in unexpected delays, in the way people speak to you, in the way you interpret everything around you. Not because the world is against you, no, not at all, but because your inner state is quietly shaping your experience. Now, I want you to imagine something different. Imagine waking up, and before your mind rushes forward, before your body reacts, you gently place your attention on something soft, something warm, something loving. It could be as simple as placing your hand over your heart, feeling your breath, whispering something kind to yourself. Just a small moment, but filled with intention. Do you feel the difference already? This is not about forcing positivity. No, we are not pretending everything is perfect. We are not denying your feelings. Your emotions are valid, every single one of them. But what we are doing is choosing the energy you begin with. Because love, my dear, is not just an emotion, it is a state. It is a frequency you can step into, gently, consciously. And when you start your morning with love, something begins to shift. Not loudly, not dramatically, but subtly, deeply, powerfully. It's like opening a window in a room that has been closed for too long. The air begins to change. The space begins to feel lighter. And suddenly, things that once felt heavy don't feel quite the same anymore. Have you ever noticed how one small moment can change everything? A kind word, a quiet realization, a deep breath at just the right time? This is what we are doing here. We are not trying to control your entire day. We are simply changing the beginning and allowing the rest to unfold differently. Because the morning is sacred. It is the space, where your identity is soft, where your thoughts are not yet fully formed, where your emotions are still fluid, still open to direction. And in that space, you have more influence than you realize. Let me ask you something, my dear. When you wake up, what is the very first thing you usually feel? Is it calm or is it tension? Is it openness or is it resistance? There is no judgment here, only awareness. Because awareness is where change begins. You see, many people wake up and immediately look outward, their phone, their messages, their responsibilities, their problems. And in doing so, they disconnect from themselves before the day has even begun. But you are learning something different now. You are learning to begin within, to meet yourself first, to anchor yourself in something gentle, something steady, something real. And that something is love. Not the kind of love that depends on others, not the kind that comes and goes based on circumstances, but a quiet, stable, nurturing presence within you. It's always there, even when you forget it, even when the world feels overwhelming, even when your thoughts become loud. It's still there, waiting for your attention. So tomorrow morning, or even right now, I want you to try something very simple. Before you reach for anything outside of you, reach inward. Take a breath. Place your awareness on your heart and gently say to yourself, I choose to begin this day with love. Don't rush it. Let the words settle. Let them sink into your body, into your nervous system, into your awareness. Because this is not just a sentence. It is a decision. And decisions create direction. You may not see immediate, dramatic changes, and that's okay. We are not here for instant transformation. We are here for something deeper, something lasting, something real. Because when you consistently begin your day this way, something inside you starts to reorganize. Your reactions soften. Your thoughts become less harsh. Your body feels safer, more relaxed, and slowly, the way you experience your life begins to shift. Not because the world changed, but because you did. And that is the most powerful shift of all. Now, I want you to stay with me here, because there is something even deeper I want to share with you. You see, many people believe that love is something they need to earn or wait for or find somewhere outside of themselves. But my dear, love is not a reward. It is your starting point. And when you begin your day from that place, you are no longer chasing a good day. You are creating one from the inside out. Take another breath, slowly, gently, and ask yourself, what if today doesn't have to be heavy? What if I don't have to carry everything all at once? What if I can move through this day with softness, with ease, with love guiding me? Just sit with that for a moment, because something inside you already knows the answer. You see, so often we've been taught that if something isn't happening yet, if things feel delayed, uncertain, or unclear, then something must be wrong, either with the world or with us. But what if that isn't true? What if the moments that feel like waiting are actually moments of preparation? Think about a seed, my dear. When you plant it in the soil, you don't see anything immediately. The surface looks unchanged. It almost feels like nothing is happening at all. And yet, Beneath the ground, something extraordinary is unfolding. Roots are forming, strength is building, life is organizing itself in ways you cannot yet see. Would you call that delay? Or would you call it becoming? You see, your life moves in the same quiet, unseen ways. There are seasons where things bloom, where everything feels open and flowing. And then there are seasons where things feel still, where nothing seems to move the way you expected. But stillness is not failure. Stillness is often where the deepest transformation takes place. And when you begin your morning with love, you are no longer resisting these seasons. You are no longer waking up with the question, why isn't this happening yet? Instead, something shifts. You begin to ask, what is unfolding within me right now? Do you feel the difference? One question creates pressure. The other creates presence. And presence, my dear, is where your power lives. Because the truth is, your life is not just shaped by what happens to you. It is shaped by how you meet each moment. And the way you meet your morning becomes the way you meet your day. If you begin with tension, you carry that tension into every interaction, every thought, every reaction. But if you begin with love, even just a small, gentle amount, you carry that with you too. And love changes the way you see everything. It softens your interpretations. It slows down your reactions. It allows you to pause instead of rushing. And in that pause, something beautiful happens. You choose differently, not because you forced yourself to, but because your state has changed. And your state influences everything. Let me explain this to you in a way that feels simple. Imagine your mind and your body as a kind of garden. Every morning, you step into that garden, and the energy you bring determines what grows. If you enter with fear, stress, and urgency, those become the seeds you water. If you enter with love, calm, and presence, those become the seeds that take root. And throughout the day, you will see the results of what you planted, not always immediately, but inevitably. This is why your morning matters so deeply, not because it has to be perfect, but because it is powerful. And my dear, I want you to understand something very important here. You do not need to wake up feeling amazing to begin with love. You don't need to be in a perfect mood. You don't need to have everything figured out. Love is not something you wait to feel. It is something you choose to return to gently, again and again. Even if your thoughts are busy, even if your emotions feel heavy, even if your body feels tired, you can still pause, take a breath, and say, even here, I choose a little more softness. That is enough. That is always enough. Because this is not about perfection. This is about direction. And every time you choose love, even in the smallest way, you are gently redirecting your experience. Now, I want to take you a little deeper into something that many people overlook. Something subtle, but incredibly important. It's this idea of identity. You see, most people wake up asking, what do I need to do today? What do I need to fix? What do I need to achieve? And while those questions may seem productive, they often keep you trapped in a cycle of chasing, proving, and exhausting yourself. But what if you asked a different question? What if, instead of asking what you need to do, you asked, "Who am I choosing to be today?" Take a breath with that, because this changes everything. When you begin your morning with love, you are not just changing your mood, you are shaping your identity. You are stepping into a version of yourself that moves differently, thinks differently, feels differently. A version of you that does not rush into stress, but meets the day with presence. A version of you that does not react from old patterns, but responds with awareness. A version of you that is not constantly seeking something outside, but is already rooted in something within. And from that place, your actions naturally change. Not because you forced them to, but because they are aligned with who you are being. Do you see how gentle this is? There is no pressure here, no urgency, just a quiet invitation to shift from the inside out. And the more you practice this, the more natural it becomes. At first, you may forget. You may wake up and fall into old habits. That's okay. That's part of the process, because every moment is a new beginning. You can always pause, take a breath, and begin again. My dear, you are not behind. You are not late. You are unfolding in your own perfect rhythm. And the more you meet yourself with love, especially in the quiet moments of your morning, the more your entire day begins to feel different. Not because everything outside has changed, but because you are no longer meeting life the same way. And that is where true transformation begins. Take a slow, gentle breath with me again. Let it fill your chest, and then release it softly. Do you feel that quiet space opening inside you? That space is where everything begins to anchor, because it's one thing to touch love in the morning, and it's another thing to carry it with you as the day unfolds. And I know, my dear, this is where it can feel difficult sometimes. The world moves quickly. People expect things. Situations arise. Emotions shift. And suddenly, that soft, peaceful feeling you started with seems to fade. But listen closely. It doesn't disappear. You just move your attention away from it. And what we are doing here together is learning how to return. Not forcefully, not perfectly, but gently, again and again. You see, love is not something fragile that breaks the moment life becomes busy. It is something steady, something constant, something you can come back to in the middle of anything, even in a stressful moment, even in a conversation that feels tense, even when your thoughts begin to spiral. You can pause just for a second, take a breath, and remember, I can meet this moment with love, not because the moment is easy, but because you are choosing how to be within it. And this is where your real power lives, my dear. Not in controlling every outcome, but in choosing your inner state, no matter what is happening around you. Now let me gently guide you into something very simple, something you can carry with you throughout your day without effort. It begins with awareness, just noticing, not judging, not fixing, just noticing. Notice how you feel when you wake up. Notice the tone of your thoughts. Notice the way your body responds to certain situations. And as you notice, you create space And in that space, you have a choice, a soft, quiet choice, to shift just a little. Maybe it's softening your breath. Maybe it's relaxing your shoulders. Maybe it's changing the way you speak to yourself. Instead of saying, "I can't handle this," you gently whisper, "I am allowed to move through this with ease." Do you feel how different that is? One creates pressure, the other creates permission. And, my dear, you deserve permission. You deserve to move through your day without constantly feeling like you're being pushed, rushed, or tested. You deserve to feel supported even by yourself. Now, I want to share something very tender with you. Sometimes, the reason it feels hard to stay in love, to stay in softness, is because a part of you isn't used to it. A part of you has been conditioned to expect struggle, to expect things to go wrong, to stay guarded, just in case. And that part of you is not wrong. It learned that somewhere, it adapted, it tried to protect you. So when you begin to choose love, when you begin to soften, that part of you might feel uncomfortable. It might whisper, "This won't last. Something will go wrong. Don't relax too much." And instead of fighting that voice, I want you to meet it with the same love you are learning to give yourself. Gently, compassionately. You can say, "It's okay. I hear you, but I am safe to feel a little more ease right now." Do you feel that? You are not rejecting yourself. You are including every part of you in this shift. And that is what makes it sustainable. Now, as your day continues, I want you to carry a few soft, gentle reminders with you, not as rules, not as pressure, but as quiet invitations. Throughout your day, pause for a moment, even if it's just for a breath, and ask yourself, am I moving from love right now or from fear? There is no right or wrong answer, only awareness. And once you see it, you can gently adjust. If you notice tension, you soften. If you notice rushing, you slow down just a little. If you notice harshness, you choose kinder words. These are small shifts, almost invisible, but they change everything, because your life is not shaped by one big moment. It is shaped by many small moments, lived over and over again. And when those moments begin to carry love instead of pressure, your entire experience begins to transform. Now, I want you to come back to your breath with me for a moment. Slowly in and gently out. And as you breathe, I want you to repeat these words softly within yourself. I begin my day with love. Pause. I move through my day with love. Pause. I return to love again and again. Let those words settle. Let them become familiar. Let them feel like a place you can always come back to. Because you can, no matter what happens today, no matter what challenges arise, no matter what emotions come and go, you always have this ability to pause, to breathe, to choose love again and again and again. Now, before we close this moment together, I want you to understand something deeply. Your life does not change all at once. It shifts gently, quietly, over time, like the morning light slowly filling a room. At first, it's barely noticeable, and then, little by little, everything becomes brighter. This is what you are doing. You are not forcing transformation. You are allowing it. You are creating a new way of being, one morning at a time. And one day, you will look back and realize that the heaviness you once carried is no longer there. That the way you once reacted has softened. That the way you once struggled has eased. Not because life became perfect, but because you became present, because you chose love again and again. So tomorrow morning, when you wake up, before anything else, take a breath, place your hand on your heart, and remember, you don't have to rush into the day. You don't have to carry everything at once. You don't have to prove anything. You only need to begin with love. And trust me, my dear, when you do, your whole day will begin to shift in the most gentle, beautiful, and unexpected ways. I'm right here with you, always.